Hey, Bruce Naylor here, your boomer consumer, and this video is all about the brand new Neo Stream network streamer and DAC. And if you're looking for a device that can handle MQA, DSD, PCM up to 768 kilohertz, if you're looking for a beautiful aluminum finish, if you're looking for something with a lot of inputs and outputs, well, then this might be worth considering. We're going to take a look at it right now. So this is the IFI Neo Stream, and I've got it in its vertical position, and it comes with a handy aluminum base. Let's talk a little bit about the price. Right now, it's currently selling for $12.99, and I do have a link to more information down below. Okay, so let's talk about the accessories that are included with the Neo Stream. And in the box, you're going to receive this converter, which converts Ethernet to optical. And a very cool little device. I didn't get a chance to try it out because I have to use Wi-Fi in my office rather than an Ethernet connection. Nonetheless, that is included. You get a little 5-volt wall wart, 40-inch optical cable, USB A to C connector, Ethernet cable, RCA jacks. And of course, you get a Wi-Fi antenna, and then there's this aluminum plate to put the Neo Stream in. You'll notice I have this set vertically, but you can also set horizontally, and included in the box are little stick-on rubber feet that you would put on the bottom. But for demo purposes today, we're going to leave it in the vertical position. Let's just talk about some of the features and specifications, and I have a link down below to the full specifications of the Neo Stream. But you're getting a 4-channel Burr Brown DAC capable of PCM 768 kilohertz and DSD 512. You're getting a 16-core CPU. The streaming engine is all based on open source, which means that there's going to be potential for a lot more improvements, features, and functionality added to the Neo Stream at a later date. You're getting dual band Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz. You're getting gigabit Ethernet connection. You're getting 2 USB inputs. For outputs, you're getting a single-ended output, RCA. You're getting a ultra high res, again, PCM up to 768 kilohertz, DSD 512. You're getting a HDMI I2S connection, 1 USB type A connection, 3.0, a high res SPDIF digital output, which does PCM at 192, 1 optical, 1 coaxial, 1 AES-EB. You're also getting a unique optical LAN connection. We talked about that here. As far as other features of the Neo Stream, you're getting fully balanced analog circuitry. The USB ports have active noise cancellation. The SPDIF outputs incorporate what they call iPurifier technology. The digital signal is regulated by a precision, which is a global master timing clock, and that kind of helps eradicate any kind of jitter. You get a what they call a retina grade display on here, and that boasts the silent line design, so no electrical noise interferes with the audio signal. Okay, and again, full specs to this will be included in the link down below. Well, the controls are very simple to use on here. You have this multifunction dial. You have your selection switch, and then you have power off and on, and then a USB Type-C port as an input right here on the front. And as you turn the dial, right now in the mode that it's in, that adjusts the volume, and then you can get to more settings by using a combination of the multifunction switch and the select dial. Okay, let's talk about setting this up. So I'm using mine via Wi-Fi. I have to because of the way my whole office is laid out. At any rate, what you have to do is put this into what they call hotspot mode. Not exactly as easy as I thought it would be. Not hard, but you kind of had to futz around with the knob here to get it to go into the hub mode or hotspot mode. Then you launch either web browser. You can install the IFI Stream app, and that's where you're going to set it up to join your network. And once that's done, then you're going to use, which is essentially a web-based, this is a Linux-based product, and it's using this little internal web server. I'm guessing it's probably Apache or something like that that's installed on here. And this is the home page. And in here, you're going to get to your playlist, your music library, artists, albums, etc. And we'll go into settings right here. And you have your sources. And I have a Synology NAS that is set up as a music server. So you add your network devices. In my case, it's my Synology drive. And then it did a scan, and it showed that I had 1,091 albums, 3,599 tracks, total playtime. And then as I keep adding to it, you just rescan and so forth. Also, your functionality control. Network audio adapter mode, if you want to use Spotify Connect from it within the app, Tidal Connect, UPnP renderer, SharePoint, which is AirPlay, which I've used with that. If you want using Rune, turn on Rune Ready, and of course your DLNA browser. Now, I happen to be a Apple Music subscriber. I also have Amazon HD. So in order to use those services, you do that through AirPlay on your iPhone. As far as I know, Chromecast is not supported currently. If I'm wrong, please point that out in the comments down below. So we go back. Then you have your playback options. Now I'm using analog out. So the cool thing is with the NeoStream, you could just plug this directly into an amplifier. Use this as a preamp, and you're good to go. Or plug it directly into powered speakers. You can do it that way as well. But then you can, of course, set it to digital or USB outputs. MQA options. This will fully render MQA. I don't use MQA, but you have that there. Your DSD playback mode, which is set to direct. Mixer type is in software. So let's get back out of there. Of course, you can change the appearance. Network information. We can run the configuration wizard. Get all kinds of stuff about your system updates. You can check for updates. You can do a factory reset. Auto update is turned on. And your open source licenses on the software. So we'll get back out of there. And then you go right there to shut down the NeoStream. Okay? And then the IFI audio will just take you to the web page and show you more. My music library on my NAS. Actually, let's do it this way. Let me go to albums. There we go. And these are, because what I'm doing right now is I'm ripping all my CDs to the media server. It shows all the various albums. And then you have web radio. A lot of the stations that they have pre-configured on here just simply didn't work for one reason or another. Some did, some didn't. But if you want web-based radio, you have that. And pretty much, again, your settings, your shutdown, and IFI audio. And that is the software that you're using with the NeoStream. Okay, on the back of the NeoStream, you have your power. This is the M12 connection. Ethernet. Here is an optical port. You have a USB Type-C for firmware updates, that kind of thing. 2 USB Type-A inputs. I2S input. This is a balanced 4.4 connection. You have the pair of single-ended connections. You have another optical input. Then you have a coaxial input as well as an AES input. And then you have the connection for the Wi-Fi antenna. And that is what you get on the back of the NeoStream. So as I mentioned, my sources tend to be Apple Music, Amazon HD, and I also stream from my media server, and that's how I consume most of my music. Again, you have Spotify Connect on there. You have Tidal Connect. It would be kind of cool if they built in Amazon Music HD into this. But again, you can get to it through AirPlay. As far as the kind of music I listen to, a lot of AC/DC, Rush. I listen to jazz. Of course, Nora Jones is one of my favorites, Diana Krall. So just a whole cross-section of albums and different songs. Here's what I can tell you. Now, I've been using for streaming or a streamer the Weem Mini, which, by the way, is absolutely excellent for $90 with a topping DX3 Pro DAC. And that's what I've been using a streaming solution. I will tell you this much. Once I started streaming with this, there was an audible improvement, a very significant improvement. There was more warmth, there was more depth. The imaging was way better. Just a sense of spaciousness that I did not have or do not have with the Weem Mini and the topping DAC. This is a very serious piece of gear. The price reflects that. There are some things that I wish that it did have. One of them being a remote. It should have come with some type of remote control rather than just relying on using your phone or your tablet to operate it. So that is a shortcoming, I think. Number two, in this day and age, there's no sense not to have HDMI with ARC capabilities. So you could plug in a television into it as well as and have that capability. Also, I think that the software could use some improving. Sometimes it was just lose connection to the machine. Sometimes it just wouldn't work, and I had to basically close out of the app and go back in, and then I would have functionality again. Could that be related to this being on Wi-Fi? Maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. I thought the setup process could be a little bit easier to do. It should just plug it in and join your, you should be able to see it on your network and then add it that way, as opposed to setting it up as a hotspot and then do all this other stuff. But those are fairly niggly issues all in all. The remote's you should have a remote. Seriously, IFI. Let's get it together. Let's put a remote with one of these. Wouldn't cost that much more to include. Other than that, that is my opinion on the sound quality. Just a tremendous improvement with streaming, with listening to CDs ripped in FLAC. Just a big improvement. I did not test MQA. I don't have a subscription with MQA or DSD. I don't have any DSD files. But I think I represent a lot of people out there in the market. But for the price, you are getting a very serious piece of hardware that has a lot of expansion capabilities and a lot of growth. As you grow as an audiophile and add more connections, this will grow with you. Well, that is my review of the IFI Neo Stream. I think it is a fantastic little network streamer. Do wish it had a remote. Do wish that it had maybe HDMI ARC on it. Maybe even a headphone jack would have been kind of nice to have with this unit. But all in all, I think you're getting a whole lot for the price. And that's really about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.